Welcome back to the Blood Bear channel. In this video, I will be continuing my series on the book of Genesis, from the Bible. This one is chapter 10, I believe. So, I guess without further ado, let's just jump into this chapter here and get to reading. I believe it's lots of lineage again, which I suppose is to be expected from the Old Testament, especially Genesis. But we'll talk about it whenever I finish reading this chapter. First, at first this was unfamiliar to me because I was reading. Whenever I read the Bible, I read it in the King James version, but I don't have that here. I don't use that version for my videos, so it's different-ish. I say different-ish. I mean, it's like worded different, and it's easier to read, which is why I have it. Which is why I'm doing the NIV version for the videos and not the King James version. So yeah. Anyways, chapter 10. First, we have the Table of Nations is the heading of this, and then we immediately change. So, chapter 10, verse 1. This is the account of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah's sons, who themselves had sons after the flood. The Japhethites, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, that's his name. Also, I'm going to mispronounce all of these, so just be ready for that. Riphath, and Togarma, the sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, the Kittites, and the Rodanites. From these, the maritime peoples spread out into their territories by their clans within their nations, each with its own language. Pretty nice. So that's the Japhethites. I don't know how you pronounce things. Anyways, the Hamites, the sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteca. The sons of Ramah are Sheba and Dedan. Cush was the father of Nimrod. Yeah, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The first centers of his kingdom were Babylon, Uruk, Akkad, and Calneh in Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria where he built Nineveh. It has an EH at the end. I don't know how you pronounce that. Rehoboth here. Kala and Resen, which is between Nineveh, and Kala, which is the great city. Egypt was the father of the Luddites, Anamites, Lehabites, Naphtuhites, Pathrusites, Casluites, from whom the Philistines came, and Cathtorites, Caphtorites. Canaan was the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Arkites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and Hamathites. Jeez. This is hard. Later, the Canaanite clans scattered, and the borders of Canaan reached from Sidon towards Gerar as far as Gaza, and then toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham by their clans and languages in their territories and nations. Alright, the Semites. Sons were also born to Shem, whose older brother was Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all the sons of Eber. Sons of Shem: Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram are Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshech. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah, the father of Eber. 2 sons were born to Eber. One was named Peleg, because in his time the earth was divided. His brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth. Jeez, that one was rough. Jerah, Hadaram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. The region where they lived stretched from the Mesha toward Sephar in the eastern hill country. These are the sons of Shem by their clans and languages in their territories and nations. These are the clans of Noah's sons, according to their lines of descent within their nations. From these, the nations spread but out over the earth after the flood. My goodness. Does the Bible have some difficult names to pronounce? Holy moly. For real. So yeah, big lineage chapter right there. We basically get all the sons of Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Not in that order, like at all. I messed up. It goes Japheth, Ham, and then Shem, which are the sons of Noah, and then we see what their descendants do, and we actually get to kind of see where they settle. It's described like the Semites eventually settled in the eastern hill country, right? And we know that the Japhethites settled out, became maritime people, which maritime means, water bearing, I guess. I don't know. They lived next to the water, basically. So on islands. I actually did do very minuscule research on this, because I had ideas of where I thought that they went, so I figured I would just kind of look them up just see what the first result was. So anyways, I want to say lineage is very important, because this is what it's going to help us track from all the way from Adam until Jesus and see that they are connected in the same lineage line, which we also see in Luke, I believe. I don't remember the exact chapter, but the lineage from Adam all the way down to Jesus is in the Gospel of Luke, I believe, which is an important thing. And this is what I guess helps track that lineage all the way down is in the Old Testament. So that's good. But is also this chapter is also kind of important. I understand lineage is very boring, but it is also pretty important. But this is also important, this chapter, because it shows us where these people, different groups settled in the world, which is important, especially nowadays in the current times, because we have because a lot of these cities are lost. We don't know where they are anymore. So archaeologists, it's very important that we know where they settled, because then that will help us find and locate those cities that are lost to time. Because after all, sometimes, like Israel hasn't really changed since it's been founded, at least not the name of it. Same with Egypt. I don't think it's been Egypt for a very long time. But a lot of different places, their names change depending, like after wars and whatnot, the names of nations and stuff will change. And so it's important to know what they used to be called as well, which is kind of what, I don't know if this is actually what this says, but it tells us like the general area of where they settled, which is good. So the Japhites, I believe, settled in like the Greek islands area of the world. The Hamites settled in where Egypt is, and maybe I think like a little bit more north as well. And then the Semites settled kind of like, I think, eastward of where Israel is located, where it's, because it said they settled in the eastern hilllands. So they might have settled in like where Persia is, and Assyria, so all over there. So yeah, I pulled up a map. I don't know. Things have changed so much, but yeah, I think east of Israel basically is where they settled, the Semites, and I think that the Hamites settled in Egypt and then up into where Israel is, but I'm not entirely sure. Or I don't think, or like nobody's there. That's because that's where that. If you read in, I think, Exodus, where they're leaving Egypt, they're heading towards Israel because they part the Red Sea, walk across, and I think they're heading towards where Israel is through the wilderness. And then the Canaanites are in a bunch of other different clans are in Israel, and not Jesus, but God the Father basically tells them that, hey, go here, I'm going to make sure everybody's left, and this land will be yours, is what he tells the children of Israel. So yeah. But that's pretty much it that I have for this chapter. Not really any other things I can talk about, because it's just lineage and kind of where Noah's descendants settled after the flood, and then that's pretty much all this chapter is. So yeah, that's, which I understand these are the boring chapters, right? We want to see chapters where God's doing awesome things, like in Exodus where he does the 10 plagues and all that stuff. That's very, very cool. And like the flood was a very cool story as well. But this is also a very important aspect to history and of this is because it gives us, the truth of things, and it makes us know that this is a historical document that we know and that we can use in archaeology to find these places that are mentioned in the Bible. So yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. So also, if you are just interested in the Christian faith at all, then please do go read the Bible. And yeah, with that said, have a blessed day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.